Everyone, my name is Dr. Madalene Chan, and yeah, the doctor is in. The doctor is in. Talking heads for this episode. Sorry, Dr. Jacqueline. For the journey of transformation, preparing your mind and heart. Right. Okay. So we're on USA Global TV and Radio, the fantastic platform. It really is. It's amazing. And I just thank Dr. Jacqueline for giving me the chance to be able to talk and share my visions, my feelings, my expertise in the journey of transformation, which I do feel honestly that I have acquired a huge amount of experience in order to be transformed, because you need to go through something to be transformed. So I've been talking now on Talking Heads. I think this is about the 6th series, episode 6. And I do feel that I need to share with you what the journey of transformation for me was. Okay, you can see a book here, yeah? $2 Daughter to a Cosmic Goddess. This is about different lessons in life. Now, it depends upon, they say that how you were brought up, what your background is, the people that are around you at the time determines how you're going to be as mature for adulthood, how you're going to be. They say that up to 7 years old, it's good to have a balance of male and female, mother and father, or at least someone that's there, that's guiding, supporting and nurturing and loving. If you don't have that, however, you have certain things missing, and that has a devastating effect on one's life. You can either become introvert or you can become more extrovert. Extrovert, where you become more self-conceited, just thinking about yourself, stepping over people, being manipulative to get what you want in life, being a vampire, being a leech. Or you can go introvert, where you feel that you're not worthy, that you feel that everyone else is higher than you. It's almost like you're like a little child, and you can't reach the window pane because your hands are on there, but you're trying to, I can't reach, but I'm trying to. That's introvert. That's the feeling of introvert. And when you're introvert, and we all know this, is when basically your life becomes destructive. You become a destructive pattern upon yourself, and you attract that destruction. And yeah, and then you have to learn a huge amount of lessons. And if you don't learn that lesson, then the lessons they worsen. So, for example, if you're always a doormat for people, then you will always find that people will treat you with disrespect, asking so much of you all the time, taking your energy from you, energy stealers. But yes, why are they energy stealers? Because you have attracted that, meaning because you already think of that of yourself. If you think of yourself not worthy, and you're always going out for everybody and not thinking once of yourself, then yeah, you will be a doormat. You'll be a doormat for the rest of your life, until you wake up and say, hang on, wait a minute. It will be, there's that saying, the straw that breaks the camel's back. That's exactly what it is. People will push you and push you because you create it. You manifest it through you actually thinking that, but when you feel it, the manifestation comes even quicker. And you will find again, time and time again, the same thing, more of the same, more of the same, more of the same people, but a different scenario. So it's about, you wake up and you go, I can't be treated like this anymore. Somewhere I need to change. And that is when you begin and you wake up the journey of transformation. Now, remember, everyone, you cannot transform if you have nothing to transform from. Ooh, isn't that deep? You cannot transform if you have nothing to transform from. Meaning that we are here to learn. And if you've got nothing to transform from, then why are you here? Literally, why are you here? You wouldn't be here. If you're not here to learn anything, then you wouldn't be here. You'd be somewhere in the universe, another different plan. So we are here to transform. And we're all very different. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our strengths. And as Jamie Long, who's a wonderful guest who was on the Film and Music Show this week, his famous phrase is, it's okay to not be okay, to be not okay. And I think that's absolutely, just rings throughout my ears and just resonates throughout the world right now. Because people, they hid their pain. They thought, no, let's put on our smileys. Woohoo! We must go out there. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you're feeling really crap about yourself. Sorry for saying crap. Or just feeling a really down day. And you think, put this lippy on. Ding, ding, I'm here. But you know what? If you keep doing that, who are you fooling yourself? Basically, look in the mirror. That's the person who you're fooling. Other people don't care. They'll mock. They'll laugh. They'll just think, oh my God, you know, they won't take you serious. So that is about transforming. So remember, you need to have something to transform from to become, right? So for me, with this, I thought of myself as cheap, like a $2 daughter. Yeah, I was a doormat. I did everything my friends asked. I even went out with the ugliest guy for a dare to please my friends. I would carry their bags up the hill after school. I would be the one to do the dares, where they would go, oh, wouldn't it be nice if somebody would do this and do this? And I go, oh, I'll do it. Why? To get to be liked, to be favored. But where does it get you? It's like an onion, right? And you put another layer and upon another layer and upon another layer. So be thankful for these lessons, because they make you a stronger character. They make you and push you to a corner where you go, that's it. I can't take anymore. There must be something more to life than this. It's powerful, isn't it? There must be something more to my life than this. That is the button. When you get to that point, there must be more to my life than this. That is when your soul and when your heart starts speaking to you. If you don't get that question, then you know that's your ego running your life. But as soon as you get that question, there must be more to life than this. Celebrate. Wow, I know people will think, Oh, yeah, I know, dear. I know, more to life than this. Yeah, I know. We're all in this, yeah. Well, yeah, you can complain, and you can talk and talk and talk. But if you don't wake up and do anything about it, you're going to be stuck in a groove in a record, right? So there must be more to my life than this is your wake-up call. Yes, beloved hearts, it's your wake-up call. It's your heart saying, hello, hi there, I'm here, but you're not listening to me. But you know what? You're going to listen to me now. And you know what? You will. You will. And you'll also find when you do a transformation, be patient with yourself, because this is a whole new area. You've been used to being a certain character, a certain energy, a certain way, manners, the way you've treated yourself, disrespectfully or overcompensating, treating yourself, being self-conceited. So just know that that question, there's got to be more to life than this, my life than this. Is your heart saying, I'm here. Are you ready now? And when that begins, something miraculous happens. It's almost like an alchemy, an alchemical change. And you meet your heart for the first time. You meet your soul on a soul level. You meet. So even if things are going really from bad to worse, yeah, you will. You'll go on and you'll down spiral until the point where they say you hit rock bottom. Hitting rock bottom is the best, is the most favorable, is the best lesson. It means that you're ready to wake up from the illusion, from everything that's been pre-programmed, from media, monetary globalization, manipulation. You're ready to wake up. So you need to celebrate that. So let's say now you've woken up, you're feeling, wow, happy, great. Yeah, you will get an instant buzz. Oh my gosh, will you get a buzz? You'll feel like the top of the world because you finally met who you are. You've met your heart, your true self. And it is a celebration. And your heart goes, and your heart gives you that celebration. It reverberates in the whole of your body. It ricochets. It just explosion within. And you feel like you're on top of the world and you can achieve anything. And you feel that everyone is just happy and sparkly and wonderful. And it's a very utopian world. And it's a great place to be in. But you know what? It doesn't last. That has to happen in order to take your attention and your energy away from the outer world reality. This has to happen so that you can be introduced to your inner world. And let's say if it didn't give you that buzz and feeling of freedom, then you wouldn't go and travel back in again. You would just, well, I don't know, it depends upon every individual. But because it gives you the biggest wow factor, totally big wow factor, there's nothing on this earth that can replace that feeling. Yeah. So what happens then is, yes, you transform. Now the work begins. But you're asking, what's the work? Inner and outer work. So what happens is you start to look at the way that you were eating and finding that maybe you find what you love to eat no longer resonates with you. And you start questioning and thinking, what's so special about this? What was so special about this food that I wanted to have all the time? What's so special about these clothes? What's so special about going to going out to this place or going to the same holiday destination that you keep going every year? You wake up and you start questioning everything, and nothing seems to make sense anymore. And it's almost where it was, you find that really didn't make me happy, that event, going there or being surrounded by these certain people with their energies. Why did I fool myself? What was I doing? So your heart takes over, and it's your heart that questions. Your ego doesn't question. Your ego says, this is how it is. This is how it's done. Do it. Go for it. Do it. But even if it is not good for you, your ego is saying, that's really good for you. That's, you were much happier taking that, like substance, or smoking that, or you were much happier being at that party where you stayed out till God knows hours in the morning and you were late for work. Oh, but, forget about the late for work, but it made you happy, didn't it? Made you happy. See, it's the ego. It's that pain voice. And your heart is the one that questions. So the journey of transformation is, once your heart starts speaking to you, you start looking at all your behavior patterns. You start waking up and become aware of what makes you feel alive and what makes you feel dead, literally dead inside. Because, one thing that when you wake up, it's almost you go through a metaphysical death. I know it's deep, isn't it? Not a physical reality death, but the death of the old programming, the death of the illusion. It seems dead. It doesn't seem to crave. It doesn't seem to satisfy your cravings anymore, because you've moved on, because your heart starts to speak to you. And this is how the beginning of the journey of transformation. We are all here to transform. Some of us are going to transform here in this time on this earth, and some of us are not going to transform, but that's okay, because maybe there's more lessons to learn, and maybe their agreement with their soul contract was not to be awakened. So I believe that we have to accept all and not to judge. It's not, because what does judging do? Yeah, it's very easy when you start the journey of transformation and you start to feel really good about yourself, and you start to look at certain habits, behaviors that you were, and then all of a sudden you've come away from that, which is your choice, your heart, your soul calling out to you, and it's like, no, enough. Enough is enough. That's it. You know, it's a case of this no longer resonates with you. You wake up with your mind and you say, no, it doesn't resonate with me. But you know what happens then? Suddenly, they turn around to people that are going through the same, that are taking the same pattern, substance, and because they haven't changed, then the person that is on the journey of transformation then starts to turn round and judge the other person. This, however, is not the key to humanity. What this does is, okay, you were there and you got yourself through, but you're not honoring that person. For you to turn around and judge that person, where a year back or a few months you were in the same situation, and then you turn around and say, I'm higher than that person, I've got through it, I don't take that substance anymore, I don't need it, it doesn't resonate with me anymore, you shouldn't be doing this, blah 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 blah, da da da, hammering that person to the ground, making that person who is taking that substance or doing that bad pattern in their life, destructive pattern, that is, making them feel even more worse, even less worthy of themselves, making them feel smaller and smaller and smaller. And then what will they do? Yeah, their ego will talk to them and say, you do really need this. You do really need this substance. You do really need this drink. Look how you're feeling. Look. So by us judging someone, that will not bring the solution. If anything, that will make the problem even worse. It will make it more heavier energy, full of dense energy, cloudiness, fogginess. And no one is benefiting from this. This person that's judgmental because they've got through that certain lesson, by doing that to that person, that's making them feeling even worse. So they take more of the substance to alleviate the pain. What happens is, we are all energy and we're all connected in a collective human consciousness, right? So if you judge someone, that someone does something to make the situation worse because the catalyst was that person judging, which is a lower vibration. That vibration then connects. It's like a cord. So these two people, A and B, the person that has got through that lesson and the person that's still in the destructive pattern of that lesson. What happens is you get these two people connected by a cord. Now, as that person's getting worse, worsens their condition, that cord is still attached to the person that was the catalyst of judgment. So what happens is, even though they're not talking to each other, even though they're far away and not even in their life, there's still the invisible energetic energy cords. Right? Think of a ribbon or a rope. I think of it like a ribbon, and everyone is all connected by this one by different ribbons, different cords, right? So if that person does not acknowledge that, and they keep judging that person, then they talk to somebody else about that person, even though that person is not present in their life or in that room or wherever, they're not there. But that person who thinks themselves higher because they got through that lesson, and then they go and talk to C and D person who have also got through that lesson, and they start judging. Guess what, beloved hearts? That energy, yes, that energy of that low vibrational chord then attaches to C and D. So then what you've got is a real mess. You've got C and D and A and B all connected with this chord that is evolved, which is growing and growing and becoming messier and frayed and torn like a ribbon. When you do the journey of transformation, it's very important. And I'm going to say this. Yeah, you'll feel at the point of waking up, your heart will talk to you and you'll feel like you want to help and heal the whole world. You'll feel that you want to help everyone. But guess what? Not everyone wants to be helped. There is a way of doing this, and that is to ask permission. Yeah, to ask permission. You say to that person, well, I went through this myself and I had to find a way. I'd be quite happy if you would like me to share this with you. And if they say, yes, I'm interested, please. But if they say, no, I'm not, but then you enforce that, again, that will cause another chord. It's kind of the way that people say it will create karma. What do you think karma is? Karma is when you're dealing with a low vibrational energy that has not been brought to the surface and dealt with. Meaning you have to wake up. You have to be aware of your thoughts, of judgment is such a massive karmic act. It really is. Act of consequence. It is an act of consequence. When you judge, it is an act of consequence. And with that consequence comes lots of pain, lots of suffering. So then, if that person now, A, is feeling on top of the world because they feel, oh, I've really helped that person. But then if they don't feel connected, if they feel heavy, then they have to ask, did I actually worsen this? Did I actually make the problem worse by trying to bring a solution to them when they weren't asking for a solution? Or by judging them, because sometimes you can give good advice, right? But then sometimes you can give this constructive criticism, but then sometimes you can give destructive. What is destructive? Destructive criticism is judging. Yeah, it's judging. So the journey of transformation, judgment, condemnation, will just make you attach more cords, will make you, I'm certain that there is no one on this earth that doesn't have an emotional cord attached to them. There is no one on this earth. We all have emotional cords. We all have ties, whether that's with family, relationship, dominion, religious dominion, political. We all have ties. But the main thing is we are all on a human collective consciousness, have energetic fields that we're all attached. And you know what it is that we're all attached by? It's by our hearts. It's our egos is the karma, but our hearts is the human collective consciousness, and we all reaching to get there. Like I said, some people might have to come back. It might be not in their soul contract to awaken in this life. It might be they need to come back here in a different embodiment. But we're all here to help each other. Yeah. But that doesn't mean to say we have to judge. Remember, criticism is good and healthy if it's done in a constructive way. And remember, ask for permission. It's understandable if you're a parent and you've got a little one. They don't really, I mean, some of them do now, you know, they have they're so sensitive with their emotions, but you have to make decisions for the young children, the little ones. And sometimes you have to make decisions for the elders that can no longer take care of themselves. But at the end of the day, you have to ask permission. If you were going to give advice to someone, you have to ask permission. You don't just force yourself on someone, you know. I mean, it's the same as, so the journey of transformation, when you do the journey of the heart, waking up, the soul journey, the awakening journey, it's not easy. It's not easy. And you're an absolute, to think that it is easy, it will mean that you're not actually on the heart journey. You see, if the heart journey was easy, if we could wake up that easy, guess what? We would fall down again. Yeah, we would fall back down into a 3D limited suffering, pain, judging, condemnation, stealing, hurting, you know, taking, gossip. We would fall into all this low vibration again. And that's why this journey, when you start awakening and your heart starts to awaken, the journey of transformation, the first port of call is to not judge and not think that you can fix the world, because you need to fix yourself first. And just because you get that big high, that big buzz, doesn't give you the right or the qualification to go out and fix everyone, because some people don't want to be fixed. And that's because they have not agreed their soul contract to awaken in their current embodiment. Embodiment, I mean their body. Okay, we are the body, and we have the energetic body as well. But I will talk about that another time, about the energetic field, the energetic body, because we have the chakras of our embodiment, but then we have our astral body, which has chakras as well. But I will talk to you about that another time. What I wanted to really cover was about just to say, not everybody wants to be fixed, and it's okay to be not okay. Maybe that is their journey. Those people will gravitate to you that want to come to you. They will naturally gravitate, and you will feel, they will resonate with your vibration, with your words, with your nurturing, with your love. They will gravitate to you. If you go out there and try to fix, you need to do it, you did it, pointing fingers, we're back to square one. We might as well be back in 3D, working in a spiritual way, but in 3D, by pointing fingers. And that's not what we're about. We have to evolve as a collective human consciousness, and we all have to do our part. We all have to love each other unconditionally. We all have to have the compassion, and we all have to be aware of what we are thinking and doing and saying, and we have to be sensitive as well. Remember, not everybody wants to be fixed, and not everyone has agreed to wake up. It's all part of a divine plan, and those that have agreed to wake up, it's because they will wake up. And we are going into a 5D living existence where we live from the heart, where we come away from judging, gossip, condemnation, criticism, which are the lower vibrations of human weaknesses. So, yes, the journey of transformation, your mind and heart. There's so much more on this, which we will cover. But that's what I would like to share with you today. The journey of transformation, preparing your mind and heart, and being aware. And I would also like to say as well, is that if you're interested in learning more on an in-depth about your heart and listening to your soul and learning to connect to who you are, then please go on to USA TV, US Global TV and Radio, the platform, and go on to the educational and look on the courses, and you will find course 4, which is about facing the shadow of your fear, about transcending from a 3D reality to get you onto the journey of awakening, of awareness. So there's all goodies there. I will say, honestly, 2023, people, that it's going to be the year for taking back. It's going to be the year where masks will fall off and nobody will put up with any nonsense. Nonsense. So things that don't make sense anymore will be nonsense. All right. Well, thank you very much. I love you all. And I will see you next week for Talking Heads. Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline, for allowing me to share. my love, my feeling, my expertise in the journey, in transforming. I know about the heart. I feel the heart. My heart has been with me all this time. I'm 52 years young, and my aim and mission in this life is to give the choice for people to have the experience to be connected to their true self, to connect to their heart and their soul if they so choose to do or to be. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Much love. Bye bye.